Beautiful crowd. I do have to call out something really quick. The pair of white lady tits behind me with concerningly black areolas. She should get those checked out. Yes, I flew in from Columbus, Ohio, and this is a great place, never been here before. I do have to call out something really quick. You all have a population of white men in their 20s all wearing salmon shorts. They're running rampant. What's happening? I walked here yesterday, walked past a frat party, and I swear it looked like a scene from the movie Get Out. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here. I'd love to tell you all a little bit about myself. So, me and my boyfriend, we've been dating for 10 years. 10 years, thank you. We don't want to get married. We don't want to get married, and mostly because everyone in our family had an arranged marriage, and we want to stay arranged out of one. Mm-hmm. And this upsets a lot of people in my life, but mostly all my white friends. All my white friends. And I get it, they really want to experience the food and the culture. But I just want to say this to all the white people in the room, and I say this lovingly. When you all wear Indian clothes, you look so dumb. So dumb. And as out of place as J.D. Vance at his own Indian wedding. Yeah, we catch you in the corner putting your eyeliner on, yeah. We also don't want kids. No kids for us, thank you so much. I love when that gets claps. No kids for us. We did the math. We don't want kids because he's a ginger. Yeah. He's a ginger, and we've never met a brown person with red hair. I think the only time that's ever happened is if Ed Sheeran ever wore a UPS jumpsuit. I think that's it. But yeah, we both, me and my boyfriend, we both unfortunately come from sexually repressive households. And so my parents are Indian, his are Irish Catholic, and what that means is that my parents never taught me about sex, and he learned about sex from his priest. That obviously leads to a lot of awkward moments in our relationship, right? He could never listen to the song by Usher called Confessions. And in the bedroom, I call him daddy, and he calls me father. Yeah, we actually met on Tinder. Anyone else meet on Tinder? Okay. 3 of us total, all right. They have a success rate of just us, I think. But yeah, we did meet on Tinder, and back when I was on it, I used to notice this phenomenon of men holding fish, trying to be charming. Have you seen those? Have you seen those? If you all in unison could say the race of those men right now. Whoa, you guys said that way too well. I thought there was gonna be some chanting. This is not that type of meeting, okay? But yeah, they are typically white. And you'll never see an Indian person, an Indian man on those apps holding fish. You will, however, see him holding his degrees. Multiple degrees. Yeah, no, I'm glad I'm not on the apps anymore because all my girlfriends who are single are having a terrible time. The state of dating's just terrible right now, so I've heard. And it's so bad that all my friends have since deleted their apps and are now exclusively reading smut. Smut fan? Yes. Exclusively reading smut, and men can't understand this. They're like, you're gonna make believe instead of answer my text that says you up, But yeah, and it's not normal smut, it's smut with mythical creatures, okay? Fantasy mythical creatures. There's a very popular book where a woman falls in love with the centaur. Falls in love with the centaur. And girl, I get it, half man, half horse, huge dick. A real 50 Shades of Hay moment. But the state of dating's so bad that women are turning to bestiality, okay? They'd rather sleep with a dude with hooves than a man with a 401k. And I get it. There's another book out there called ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses, where the woman falls in love with a man called Rhysand, and he has bat wings. And he does this really incredible thing. He listens to her. What a fantasy. But yeah, I know some of the men, you're like, what is going on with the women right now? What's happening? And I got you. I think I can get you on board. Okay? Just imagine if they were picture books. Okay? You're with me? So imagine Sydney Sweeney with dragon wings. The literacy rate would skyrocket tomorrow. But yeah, I love reading books. I got my love of reading from, I went to OSU, The Ohio State University. Thank you. Some booze, that's okay. I don't know why we call it the, we live in Ohio. It's a ridiculous place. But yeah, I got my love of reading when I went there, and OSU is an interesting place. It's known for medicine and engineering, and so that's why I studied communications. Yeah. Studying communications at OSU is like going to a Michelin star restaurant and ordering chicken nuggets. At least that's what my parents told me. My parents, they have a really, really interesting story. They are immigrants, and they left all their loved ones, all their friends and family, in pursuit of better opportunities in Ohio? In Ohio, what were they thinking? But yeah, we are specifically from a city called Akron, and it's a charming little place. It has a drug problem, so all of us call it Crackerin. They moved from one third world country to a third world city, okay? I'll never forgive them. Looking for hope in Akron is like looking for love in a strip club. You're gonna be disappointed and catch chlamydia. But yeah, it's funny because my parents, they saved up their whole lives so that they could leave India. And now I'm saving up my whole life so I can leave Ohio. Right? They were fleeing malaria. I'm fleeing sloppy joes. At the right temperature, both are deadly. Both are deadly. But yeah, where we're from in Ohio, it's a pretty white area, Mayoville of the Midwest, that's what we call it. So there weren't a lot of kids that looked like me. And so naturally that led to a lot of bullying of me and my culture, and I'd never think of a comeback, right? I'd think of it too late on the bus ride home. But then one day, I was walking through middle school, and my arch nemesis comes up to me, Kelly, blonde hair, blue eyes, head cheerleader of the cheerleading team. And she comes up to me, and she's like, hey, Tanya, are you a dot Indian or a feather Indian? Very clever, very clever. I was ready for this. So I said, hey, Kelly, are you a potato white or a fuck your brother white? Turns out she was both. All right, everyone, thank you so much. That's been my time. Let's bring up your host.
Give it up for Tanya, everybody.